Recently, I've become more and more involved with the anime community, even starting the YouTube channel you are watching this video on right now. And a fact that I have quickly come to realize is people disrespect sports anime. They find them boring, they're too realistic. And from an outsider's perspective, I 100% see that. I mean, why would you want to watch a boxing anime when you can watch a elemental boxing anime or wizards cast spells at each other? However, I think it's a lot more complicated than that. And if you want to understand why I and a lot of other people really enjoy sports animes, this is the video for you. First, I want to talk about inspiration and relatability. As corny as a lot of people might find this, it's undeniable that anime has changed a lot of people's lives. And of course, an anime does not have to be realistic for it to do this. I know a lot of people have probably had their lives changed by One Punch Man or Naruto or things of that nature. However, I do believe something can become a lot more inspirational as the person watching can relate to it. For example, Naruto might inspire you. The way Naruto is constantly chasing his goal of becoming Hokage might inspire you to chase a goal in your own life. But are you ever going to become Hokage? Absolutely not. That's not possible. Now, watching Ippo become a professional boxer might inspire you to take the same route as him. Now, on paper, this is no different than seeing Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson fight and being inspired to become a boxer. But seeing the perspective of Ippo and seeing his journey as he's taking a route that you could potentially take in your own life is very inspirational to some people. This is why you see time and time again, so many people start boxing because of Hajime no Ippo. So many people start basketball because of Slam Dunk. There's something about seeing your favorite character pursue something that you can very much pursue in your own life that inspires people. The next point I want to bring up, and the reason that I personally enjoy sports anime a lot more than shonen, is simply because it is unpredictable. In most popular anime, death is the ultimate punishment, and in shows like Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, yes, while the main character might lose a fight, you know at the end of the day they are not going to die because they are the main character. Without them, the show cannot go on. Therefore, you know, despite how bad they lose, there is a 99.99% chance they are going to be fine and they are going to survive until the next episode. In sports anime, however, the worst fate that a character can face is losing, not dying, and losing is a very realistic thing to happen in sports anime. As a matter of fact, it happens in almost all of them because the character needs to face some sort of hardship in order for them to develop. Losing in a sports anime is equivalent to death in other animes. And because it is the nature of sports, losing is always going to be a possibility. It doesn't matter if the anime is taking place in the middle of the season or the end of the season. It is always possible for them to lose. The writers of sports anime have no pressure to make their character win. As a matter of fact, if there was a sports anime about a guy who lost over and over, I'm sure that would be very entertaining seeing how they deal with that and come back. But in most anime, the main character always has some sort of pressure to win his next fight, or rather some sort of predictability when it comes to winning their next fight. Oh, they just trained for 2 weeks in the valley? Okay, well now they have to win their next fight, or the viewer is going to feel like it was all for nothing. The next thing I want to talk about is side characters. In a lot of anime, there isn't a lot of pressure to progress anyone other than the main character. But in sports anime, especially one centered around team sports, the writers have no choice but to give you backstories and reasons to care about the characters other than the main characters that are going to be on the team. Furthermore, because there isn't too much fantasy in sports anime, because they can't just rely on random meteors falling from the sky and random villains coming into play, the character writing has to be amazing or else the anime is going to be bad. If you see a well-regarded sports anime, it is almost a guarantee that the writing is good. It isn't just an interesting premise, because on paper, sports anime do not have interesting premises. A guy that doesn't play basketball joins the basketball team. A guy becomes a boxer. On paper, sports anime have the most boring synopsises of all time. So they can't just rely on a good idea to carry them throughout the anime like a lot of works we see today. For example, I just watched Let This Grieving Soul Retire, and the anime is bad. The idea is good, however, so I did find it watchable, but the anime itself is bad in my opinion. I think this alone is what stops a lot of people from giving sports anime a shot. They're thinking, why would I even want to watch an anime about volleyball? But when you start watching, even if you didn't inherently care about the sport before, it makes up such a small percentage of what makes the anime special that you are going to end up enjoying it regardless of your opinion on the sport. Sports anime have absolutely no choice but to combine slice of life elements as well as good character development if they want their show to be successful. Another thing is, I feel like sports anime try a little harder to resonate with Western audiences, which means abandoning a lot of the anime cliches we have seen over and over, which can be a breath of fresh air if you are tired of watching the exact same jokes again and again. Oh, Baka, you touched me, Baka. But to add on a little bit to what I said earlier, I feel like it is impossible to watch and enjoy a sports anime and not better your life in some way. Because once again, unlike most anime, the main character in sports anime are doing things that you yourself are very much capable of doing. If you are a healthy person right now, you can probably become the boxing world champion. Granted, you are like 18 years old, 20 years old, somewhere around there and don't have any health issues. The only thing separating you in the plot of these fictional characters is they are working hard at the goal that you are not. The final thing I want to talk about in this video is that sports anime are educational. I know that sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. Oftentimes, when a writer chooses to write about a specific sport, they have a passion for that sport. This results in them referencing real players and real situations that happened in the anime. And furthermore, they have to make the anime watchable for people who know nothing about the sport. So if you know nothing about volleyball, you can watch Haiku and learn how volleyball is played. If you know absolutely nothing about a sport, going into an anime that is focused around it, you will not only learn the rules and how to play, but you will most likely learn about a few players as they're directly mentioned a lot of the time. To add on to that, if you're already a fan of sports or a specific sport that an anime is based off of, you have nothing to lose by watching that anime. I promise you it will be just as entertaining as watching a real bout in that sport because you don't know what the result is going to be, just like in real life. That being said, if you are a fan of sports, you are going to like sports anime. And if you don't like sports at all, but you like anime, you are still going to like sports anime. And if you don't like anime and you do like sports, you are still going to like sports anime. Sports anime is literally for everyone. You just have to give it a chance. I know the synopsises are boring, but I promise you it's good. That being said, assuming this video did pretty good, by the way, please leave a like if you haven't already so it can reach more people. Where should you begin if you have never watched a sports anime in your entire life? If you don't like anime and you don't like sports, I recommend you watch Blue Lock, which is a soccer anime about a program designed to find the best striker. Pretty much everyone will enjoy this anime regardless of your opinion on anime or sports. If you do like sports but you don't like anime, you think anime is cringy, I highly recommend you watch Hajime no Ippo. It is about a bullied kid getting into boxing. And then if you do like anime but you don't like sports, I recommend you watch Slam Dunk. It is about someone who has never played basketball, starting to play basketball and becoming better to surpass his rival. It's pretty much just Naruto basketball. Everyone who likes anime will like it. If you have never watched sports anime in your life and you decide to give one of those three a chance, go watch like the first 3 or 4 episodes and then come back to this video and let me know what you think. That's about it for me. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you are new and click either of the videos on your screen now if you want to. I will see you later.